Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are getting into it again, and I'm going to be spilling the secrets on what influencers are not sharing to make their wigs look super realistic. I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you what we actually receive and what we've been getting that makes our wigs look so much better. You know those wigs whenever you pull back your hairline and it looks just so real, the hair looks like it's coming out of the scalp. And you're just like, why do my wigs not look like that whenever they come in? I'm spilling all the secrets today. You guys seem to love my last video on this onto my channel, so I thought I would bring it back and share some more details with you guys. So today what we have is a wig from Main Wishes. We have another giveaway today. Every time I seem to work with Main Wishes, we do giveaways. She's such a sweetheart and she's like a girl's girl and she loves to give away wigs to people that need it. The winner's actually going to be able to choose any wig off of the Main Wishes website. They actually get to choose which wig that they want. This is such an amazing giveaway. So if you guys want to enter this giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like the video, and comment down below. Every single comment counts as an entry. Our last winner actually commented over 100 times and like she deserved to win. So if you guys want to win a wig from Main Wishes, you want a realistic looking wig that looks good straight out of the box, then make sure to enter. I think I'm gonna announce the winner in 3 weeks, and I'm gonna put it in the description box who won. So let's move on to the actual secrets that influencers are not sharing, and let me spill all the tea. Let's get into the first one. All right, getting into the first one, how to actually put on your wig. I feel like a lot of influencers like to confuse you and put on wig caps and show like how good they are at applying wigs. They overcomplicate everything and it can be so intimidating as a beginner. You do not need to put a wig cap on, put foundation all over that wig cap and like, oh, my light just went out. Unless you're like putting on a bleach blonde wig, it's not gonna really make a difference. So what I wanna show you is what I do underneath my wigs. I love to go in with a double-sided brush. I've been using this one. It's so good, very dirty, because I like to just use a simple gel. This is the gel that I love to go in with. It's the Lotta Body Control Me Gel. This thing is amazing. It keeps your hair all the way back. But what I like to do is I will dip the brush actually inside of the gel just like this, and then comb it through my hair, pushing back the hair. So this way, and it's actually gonna like freeze almost like this. This way I can get the hairline of the wig as close to my hairline as possible, instead of like having it like this where my hair might slip out during the day. If it starts slipping out underneath the lace, it's going to be very visible, and then you're going to start seeing that it's a wig and you're gonna have to worry about it all night long. So this is what I've been liking to do. This gel is actually some of the best that I've found to kind of like not feel icky and not feel like you have a lot of product in your hair, but it does the job. So I'm just going to push it all back. And then what I like to do, instead of like a wig cap, because wig caps I feel like can give you a headache, I love going in with these things right here. So this one actually has a little bit of lace into the middle parting. So if you have a wig that has a lace top that your actual parting space could show, I love to go in with these because it's going to be transparent. It's not going to show through the lace, and it's just going to help create that illusion that it's your hairline. So I'm going to put it on like this. And so what this is actually going to do is it's going to help keep all the little hairs around my face out of the way, and it's going to keep it from slipping out as well. So I'm just going to push it even more, and there you go. We're ready to put on our Charlotte wig. Now let me show you why your wigs are not looking like this one. This is insane. As soon as I put it on, it looks so real. Just wait until you see this. Look at that hairline already. I'm just going to move it back and forth so you guys see that no matter where I put it, it looks so real. But I want to put it on top of that lace, so I'm gonna put it right here. You're looking at this hairline like as I look down, and you're looking at the front of the lace and you cannot find it, and you're like, how in the world is that see-through? And you saw my last video and you're like, girl, like how does the lace look so see-through? Like my wigs are not looking like this whenever they arrive. Here is where it gets tricky. This is where influencers are not sharing all the tea because they're worried about working with every single brand and every different type of lace other than telling you the actual truth whenever it comes to wigs and the laces. This is what's making your wigs look wiggy. This one here has HD transparent lace, okay? It's a really good lace. You cannot see it. You don't know where it starts, where it ends, and it's not even glued down. It's one of those laces that if the wind blows, nobody's going to be able to detect where the lace actually is, and it just melts into your skin. It's super transparent, really good for fair skin tones or any skin tone. It just melts into the skin. So what is the difference between your wig that you got and this one here? So this one, like I said, is HD transparent. If you get Swiss transparent, that's really good. But a lot of people that are getting $40 wigs to $100 wigs to even sometimes $300 wigs, they are getting laces that just say transparent. There's no HD, there's no Swiss, it just says transparent. And yeah, whenever I first got started with wigs, I thought transparent sounded amazing. Wrong. This is completely wrong because transparent actually sounds like it's going to melt into your skin. It's going to be basically like this. This is what they want you to think that you're going to receive. They want to make you think that you're going to get a lace that's going to be transparent and see-through, but that's not what you actually get. This is what you actually get. So I got a wig from this company. It was just transparent lace, and this is what transparent lace actually looks like. It's super white. It has an ashy cast, and it is so hard to blend into the skin. It's almost like it's like this thick lace that is very white, and no matter how much gotta be glue hairspray you use, how much gel, how much foundation, how much anything, like it is so hard to make this look see-through and blend it into your skin like this. It's never going to be this good, and that's the huge difference. Whenever you're getting wigs, and not a lot of influencers say this, is you need to make sure it says HD transparent or Swiss transparent. If it just says transparent, you're most likely gonna get a wig like I just showed you. So this Charlotte wig has HD transparent lace, and whenever I lift her up, set her down, there's no glue, and she just blends into my skin. This is a real throw on and go type of wig that takes no work on your end. And you can see that I actually cut the lace off of this wig. She came in with lace, so if you like cutting your own lace, she did come in with some. But if you are somebody that is so terrified on cutting your own lace, then Bethany does cut it for you. There is an option whenever you're buying wigs from her to have your lace cut. So if you are somebody looking for a wig that is ready to go straight out of the box and you don't have to do any type of work and it's done by a professional, the lace is already cut by a professional, then she offers that onto her website. So do not worry. If you need a wig that looks this good, you do not have to cut the lace yourself if you are a beginner. So I wanted to show you what this looks like outside in the exact sunlight. So a lot of times whenever you have a wig on inside of the house, it can look really good, but outside it definitely gives off wiggy. And I wanted to show you the hairline, the middle parting, and what it looks like out into the sun, what people are going to actually see. So you can see that the middle parting actually still looks really good. There's no dots in sight. The hairline looks amazing. You can't really see the lace at all, and it just looks so natural. All right, now let's talk about glueless wigs and why your wig is lifting. So I don't care what any other influencer says. If they put on a wig and they're like, this is a glueless wig, and then you receive it and all of a sudden your ear tab area is lifting it, you need to use some type of glue, you need to use gotta be glue spray or some type of adhesive, and you're like, wait a second, this was supposed to be completely glueless. Why is it when I'm just walking around my house, the side is lifting and yours isn't, Jasmine? Like, what is the difference? So I'm gonna share the wigs that influencers are actually wearing after their reviews and which ones they're actually keeping and why. So the thing is a lot of these wigs, the good wigs, actually come with a V-shaped ear tab. If you're wondering what that is, I'm going to show you the inside of this wig. It has one, and that is what's stopping my lace from showing. Whenever I'm talking to you guys and I'm moving around a lot, you guys can kind of see my ear, but but you're not seeing any type of lace. There is lace there, so let me lift it. There is lace, but it's staying put because of these little ear-shaped ear tabs. You can bend them and shape them around your ear, and it's kind of like an anchor that keeps your wig from lifting, keeps the lace from showing, and it keeps your wig in place and like perfectly around your face all day long. So if the wind comes along and it's like showing, you're not gonna get that lace. See how I'm like moving my hair? You're not gonna have that flip with your lace, which is what nobody warns you about whenever it comes to glueless wigs. Yes, you can get a glueless wig, a wig that's marketed as glueless, but it's not really like this. And that brings me into our next secret of what influencers are not sharing. So we're gonna get into why your part still looks fake even when the wig is perfect. So if I show you guys my parting space, it looks incredible. Now, I'm not usually a middle part type of girl. I usually like to have a side parting, but this one just looks so good that I just left it right into the middle. But if you are somebody like me where you like a side parting, you can actually change up the parting space and it still looks super good. It's gonna have that scalp underneath. But here's what influencers are not sharing with you guys. So the wigs that we actually wear on a daily basis, if we have hair, I'm talking about the influencers that have hair underneath, we are not wearing wig caps every single day. We are not like gluing down a wig cap, doing the bald cap method. We are not doing any of that. We just wear wigs that have fake scalps underneath. That's like key to having a realistic looking hairline every single day and having the realest looking hair. If you want to walk out the door where people do not know if it's a wig or not, the parting space is the biggest giveaway ever. It's like the perfect shade of what my scalp color would be. So I do not need to go in with foundations or powders or put a wig cap underneath that's not even gonna have the same color as my scalp. Now this one might stir the pot. And hear me out onto this one, okay? Why baby hairs are giving wig and how to stop it. I'm talking about baby hairs and swoops that are in front of a wig that people do. It just gives off wiggy, especially on me. If I did a whole bunch of swoops right here and cut all this and did swoops like this, it would scream that I was wearing a wig. A lot of people, why they do this is to hide the lace into the front. If they have really bad lace, a lot of times they will try and hide it with a little bit of few swoops, or it helps keep the lace down during the day. Or they just do it for the style. Some people like that. But like, let's say somebody like me, like fair skin tone, it just doesn't look good. It like screams a wig and that's not what I want. So what I need is I need a really good, deep pre-plucked hairline where it's going to look super natural. It's not gonna have a dense hairline into the front. It's gonna have all these spaces in between and it's gonna look like my own natural hair and how the front of my hairline actually looks. And so this company actually does that. So this is the two things you need to make sure whenever you're buying a wig off of a website. You need to make sure that it says these two things if you want a realistic wig like influencers. Like this wig, you're gonna have to make sure that you look for these two things. Very important, write them down. The first one you want is a pre-plucked hairline. It's better if it's deep pre-plucked. If it doesn't have a pre-plucked hairline, you are going to end up with a wig that is like this dense type of thing right into the front, and it's going to look so wiggy. You're going to have to cut bangs onto it because it's never going to look natural, or you're going to have to leave out the front of your hair and mix it in with the wig just so it looks kind of real. The second thing that you want to make sure that your wig says is bleached knots. Bleach knots is those little dots all into the front of the forehead. If a company does not bleach it, it will not look like it's coming straight out of your skin like this one. You see how it looks like it's actually coming out of the skin? There's no dot that's like where the hair meets. You can't tell. It looks like it's actually coming out of the skin. In the middle of the hairline, there's no dots here either, and that's because they bleached them. I need my knots. I actually need my knots to be super bleached just because I have fair skin. So I need to make sure that I get wigs that sometimes whenever you get like lightly bleached wigs, it will come in and it can look totally fine on a darker complexion or even like a medium complexion, you cannot see the knots sometimes. But for someone like me that has fair skin, you see the knots right away. Even if it's lightly bleached, you will see the knots. So I need wigs that have like deep bleach. This one has deep bleach. You can't tell where the hair meets the lace. It doesn't have any of those dots. And so this is the type of wig, if you are fair skinned, you're going to need to make sure that it says pre-plucked, and you're gonna have to make sure that it says bleached knots. Having a pre-plucked hairline is gonna allow you to have your hair lifted like this, like what my natural hair would be like. My hair is not naturally like this, right? I'm not hiding my face constantly. Whenever I have my natural hair, I like to swoop it around my face, have it out of my face, and it just makes it look a lot better and more realistic. And so whenever you have a pre-plucked hairline that gives you those spaces and allows the hair, and you have like bleached knots, it's going to allow you to be able to do this, push it away from your face, and just look super natural. And that's what I really like, and that's what a lot of influencers don't share. It's so important to have a wig that you're gonna feel really good in. Yeah, this is what the Charlotte wig is looking like. If you would like her and you'd want her shorter because it is summer and you feel like this is a lot of hair, you can definitely reach out to Main Wishes, Bethany, who is the co-founder, and you can let her know that you want this wig. You can totally customize her and get her shorter. You can get her 16 inches, 20 inches, whatever you prefer. This one is 22 inches, so she's very long, but she is human hair, so you can dye her, you can cut her, you can style her, you can use heat on her, you could do anything that you would do with your natural hair.
What is up, you guys? My name is Bethany. I am the owner and founder of Main Wishes, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about our story. When I was 21 years old, I was diagnosed with stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma. After my first round of chemotherapy, I lost all of my hair. In retrospect, I think that losing my hair was the most devastating part of going through cancer. And maybe not so coincidentally, a year prior to this, I was enrolled in cosmetology school. One week, my instructor taught us how to make wigs that we later donated to the Cancer Society. So when I lost all of my hair due to chemotherapy, I remember that class. I was determined to return to some sort of sense of normalcy. Started making myself a wig. It took about 2 days. Lots of frustration, lots of trial and error. When it was all done, I took the wig, I ran up to my room, I put it on my bald little head. It just forever changed my life. My heart smiled when I looked at myself in the mirror. I felt like myself again. I was laughing again. I was dancing around my room. It just brought me so much hope in such a difficult time in my life. After I made that first wig, it seemed like every week I was making myself a new wig. I was constructing it myself. I was customizing the color. I have specialized in wigs and hair extensions for several years now, almost a decade. I've also specialized in color for just as long. And so I really take everything that I've learned in my experience, in my career, in my life experience, going through medical hair loss. I really just pour it into my work, and I just want to give back to women who are also suffering from these things. We provide one-of-a-kind human hair wigs that have seamless hairlines, gorgeous color. Each wig is individually colored by a certified master licensed colorist. Each wig is handmade and is just as unique as the person who will be receiving it. I've spent a decade making wigs, and I feel like we've finally created something that has really just been perfected. I'm so excited to have them out into the world and just provide that sense of empowerment, hope, freedom for women to express themselves the way that they want to. The best part is that for every wig sold, a wig is donated to a woman who is undergoing the devastating effects of chemotherapy. Thank you so much for joining us in our mission to give back. Thank you so much for allowing us to grant your hair wishes and make your hair dreams and the hair of your dreams come true.